Thank you, Governor. The only thing I'll correct is the buying my way into heaven part. I wasn't really thinking that way. Thank you for being here, and thank you to all of our guests here today. Thank you to our staff who have worked so diligently on putting this all together. We've made a lot of changes in the tax department since the Governor extended me the honor of leading this agency to try to find ways to make Ohio a better place to do business and to live. When we took responsibility for this department, there were a lot of things to learn. One of the things that I learned was, as the Governor just said, that business taxpayers were not being notified regarding refunds. It became clear to us that we needed to make a change. So let me set the stage for you. First of all, Ohio law requires a taxpayer to ask for a refund before a refund can be issued. Secondly is that Ohio law does not require the tax department to notify you that there is an overpayment or a potential refund. The result is, unfortunately, is that the department's practice was to remain silent. And as the Governor said, 4-year statute of limitations, government simply kept the money. It's not the state's money. It's your money. It's the taxpayers' money. It's these businesses' money. Government has no business hanging on to it. So it's a practice that had to be changed, and we're in the process of doing that now. We're changing the mentality in this area, which has been here for decades. And mentality has been, in this area, has been, get the money in and don't let it out unless you absolutely have to. And unless the taxpayer figures it out, fills out a separate refund request form, sends it in a timely fashion, then as the Governor just mentioned, that money stays and state government keeps it. Even the computer systems that have been designed over the years are not geared in that way. Very much in contrast to the personal income tax side. And that's an important point to make. On the personal income tax side, the mentality and the processes and procedures and computer systems that are set up to handle personal income tax is very, very different. It's very visible, it's very obvious, and the systems are set out to get those refunds out to people individually very, very quickly. Not so much on the business tax side. So again, this needed to be changed. The tax department in this area was really treating businesses as revenue generators, not as customers, and that needs to continue to improve. It might be a slight miscalculation by a taxpayer, maybe inadvertently paid twice. We see that happen sometimes, or in advance a payment is made and then an amended return comes in later on that is done to adjust the amount of tax that should have been paid. And unless they specifically send another form in, figure that out, and ask for it, it just goes away and becomes the state's money. Again, this has got to change. So we started the process of going through. We started with CAT tax, which is where we're here to talk about today. Going through back 4 years to the statute to identify taxpayers that appear to have a credit balance. We're contacting the businesses, and we have a few checks to kind of hand out today. We'll be in the process of contacting all these CAT tax filers and work through the oldest first because they're going to run out of statute first, so we start working backwards from that to make sure that we get money to them before they run out of statute. In CAT tax so far, we've identified 3,500 companies totaling about $13.7 million that we are issuing starting today, and some of them are here today. Those numbers will grow because we still haven't even gotten through all the CAT tax files yet. There's other tiers that are much more complex and going to require some information from the businesses and things like that to resolve them. But we will stay on it. We will get through to the bottom of it. And then, of course, we have the other business tax types we aren't even here to talk about yet today. So this is a good thing. This is the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do for Ohio. It's the right thing to do for the businesses that are out there struggling and employing people. And if it helps them with their balances and helps them be in a better economic position, maybe even helps a business to be able to hire another person, whatever. Again, anything that we can do to help with all of that is what we're here to do. And so I'm thrilled that you're all here, particularly the business representatives that are here. I'm going to call you up here in a second. Thank you for being here. Thank you to my staff for all the hard work in putting all this together.